where I've realized I think 2030 is the end of the entire economic regime that we've had the last 1,000 years.
Hey guys, welcome back to Everyday Finance. In this video, Raoul Pal discusses the Bitcoin and crypto. According to Raoul Pal, the central bank's attempts to address the issue have resulted in unintended consequences spreading everywhere. But amidst the chaos, emerged a glimmer of hope. Discuss the emergence of the Bitcoin white paper and the growing popularity of cryptocurrencies. It's interesting to see how the world of finance is becoming more accessible to people, especially with the rise of ETFs and cryptocurrencies. The largest macro trend in history is undeniably monumental, as indicated by the profound impact of the everything code. It seems that the currency is being devalued, causing a correlation between various assets in this current cycle. Some assets outperform others, such as stocks and cryptocurrencies, while others may not perform as well, like property. There are also assets that fall somewhere in between, like the Russell 2000 and the S&P 500. Perhaps leading by approximately 6 months or so, it seems that they are essentially all there. All these movements are happening in sync due to the influence of the liquidity cycle, and lots of things Raoul Pal discussed. So please watch the video to end and share this video and subscribe our channel Everyday Finance. Thanks.
We will literally completely change the rules of economics, and it's coming faster than people expect. And this is why I want you to think about one thing, and this is the one thing I'm thinking about. Is listen, there is another risk on the horizon. We've kind of solved via the everything code how we can unfuck our futures. But I can only get you to 2030. And this is troubling me. Is I live in the future and I've generally been following the same trends. If I've been following the same trend for 30 years, debt, demographics and deflation, but something is about to change. If the structure of economies is driven by population productivity, the rules don't apply. So I've got to a point where I've realized I think 2030 is the end of the entire economic regime that we've had the last 1,000 years or 2,000 years or longer. And that sounds ludicrous. We are not constrained by resources. Yes, there will be some resource constraints, but yes, the AGI will help us solve them. We'll be faster and faster at solving the constraints. AI will instantly solve supply chain, instantly solve electricity generation, grids, decentralized grids. There's so much that will change. But the issue is beyond 2030, I start to see a world where GDP growth, global GDP growth could double in a year. It could double every quarter. We literally don't know what the impact of these technologies will have because it rewrites the magic formula of GDP. Now, I also don't know what business means in a world like this. What does any business mean when AGI is around? And I'm not thinking of AGI as like this super omnipotent scary thing. I'm just thinking about infinite knowledge that's infinitely scalable. What does that mean for businesses? You know, in a few years' time, I won't even have to do these pieces. My avatar will just do them based on my knowledge. It's done. What does any business mean apart from being a plumber or stuff like that, which it's actually very hard to get the robots to that level yet. Obviously, it will happen in 50 years' time. So, you know, some of the basic structural work remains. But, and again, this is not the negative thing about the work story that all goes around. We all need to go to basic income. I'm actually trying to think about what the fuck it means for investing. What happens when you have an AGI that helps everybody become better investors because it sees everything? What is investing? What does it mean when everybody is building technology companies using AGI to build products? Right, the iteration cycle's too fast. We're already seeing it. I actually think OpenAI are using AGI to build product to get them to the state of AGI so it's not a shock, and then they keep iterating. There's about 500 people work for that company, yet they nuke every single business that's starting to scale something in AI. It's not normal to see stuff like this. The speed of iteration blows up new companies. I'm not sure how long companies last.
According to Raoul Pal, it's undeniable that this is an incredible macro opportunity that continues to hold its ground. Technology plays a significant role in this, especially in the era of exponential growth. It's clear that technology is surpassing traditional financial indicators, making it a wise investment choice. Raoul Pal chooses to patiently invest in cryptocurrency because this outperforms that. But the technology aspect holds immense significance. David Matten is the author of this piece. It's crucial to emphasize the significance of the exponential list and the content he writes in GMI, especially when discussing it with David. It cannot be overstated how important this is. It is because it will bring about the next phase of this equation. So if we revisit what Raoul mentioned earlier, GDP growth is the sum of population growth and productivity growth combined with debt growth. The growth of debt has come to an end. What they're doing is devaluing the currency in order to make payments. Given the factors at play, such as the aging population and its impact on asset values, it is clear that there are certain challenges that need to be addressed. Therefore, the decline in productivity is a matter of great concern. It is crucial to understand the significance of the exponential age and why it should matter to everyone. Doubled firstly, from an investment perspective, this has the potential to significantly impact GDP in the future as it brings about change. By incorporating an unlimited number of productive units, such as AI, the formula can exponentially expand knowledge. Robotics revolutionizes physical work, bringing infinite scalability. It's a game changer with the advent of instant human-like capabilities. Let's back to the Raoul Pal interview.
I don't know what is a company in a world like this. I really don't understand how it's going to play out. But I do know between now and, let's say, 2030, now, I'm not sticking to that date. It's not like 2030, the date of doom. It's like somewhere around then, we start hitting this economic singularity, which is not the singularity, but it's economic where we can't even predict how economies work anymore. If that is the case, then I don't know how investing works. So how I'm thinking of it myself, and I'm fortunate to have built some wealth, but I'm not the richest man in the world by far. But it applies to everybody, is I think we've got this period, this 6-year period, where we need to build as much wealth as possible because things are clear. We've been given the greatest macro opportunity of all time, when everything is correlated and the everything code is driving everything, then let's take advantage of it. Take advantage of it, because after 2030, I don't know what it looks like. Humans are adaptive, and I've talked about this. I think it'll be more about social communities and how we add value to online digital networks, and it's a much longer conversation for another day. So I'm not worried about humanity per se. I'm just worried about the how to unfuck yourself bit. I think we've got this 6-year period. That's all we're left with now, where we can really set up our future before the world changes dramatically, and we don't have the everything code anymore. We don't have most of the things we know anymore. Technical analysis, what does it mean? What does portfolio analysis, what does anything mean? What does reading news mean when you've got AGI doing stuff? But one thing I do know is that the digital rails will be how all of this works. Blockchain is how AI, robots and everything else will move payments around. We're seeing all the governments are moving that way. So I don't worry about that. But, at some point we'll get to maturity phase, and the gains that we've made from the adoption phase won't be there anymore. So we need to be involved in the adoption phase of blockchain technologies before it gets to the maturity phase, where the returns are more like utility returns. Now, there's the applications layer. So I think the blockchain layer, just put it in financial terms, we're at, 2 trillion-ish today? I think it goes to 10 trillion in this cycle, and we end up somewhere, let's say 2035, at 100 to 200 trillion. Right, that trend is a fucking mega trend. Do that one thing. But I don't know how much returns we get from the latter part of the cycle, because it's always the first part, right, that you make the real money from. I then think, okay, what bloody assets do you own past 2030? Bonds are trash. Equities have been trash. We don't even know what companies survive. How long do companies last for? I think they're going to be more like meme stocks. They get attention, they die. We'll see companies being built with one person. We won't need the amount of people. So everybody can build companies, and maybe they last. So it becomes like this meme economy, this ICO economy where things rise and fall, and the capital cycles are much shorter. I'm concerned, how does VC work in a world where AGI or just AI is iterating product companies' markets all the time? Things kind of blossom and then die. Some rise, but I think much less rise.
What on earth is going on, and what does it all mean? It seems that Raoul Pal has some thoughts on productivity. With the population growth we are experiencing, it seems that our debt crisis may be resolved. It is believed that we will witness significant changes as a result. Until productivity starts increasing and GDP rises, there has been a period of financial repression. As growth starts to accelerate, our issues begin to be resolved. Raoul is aware that his opinion may not be widely popular among most people. Raoul believes there is a possibility of a significant economic shift in the future, leading to potential conflicts among nations he disagrees with. And Raoul Pal believes that we will experience a significant and comprehensive change. The rules of economics are undergoing a rapid transformation, catching many by surprise. If you learned something from this video, then please like this video and subscribe our channel Everyday Finance, and we will meet in next video. Thanks.